Recognize those contributions that come in the form of gifts of service. Service is a valuable gift to NMSU, and to these selfless individuals who choose to serve at NMSU, we are forever grateful. The 2015 Spirit of Service Award recipient is Dr. J. Hopson. He is escorted by Interim Vice President for University Advancement, Dr. Andrea Tani. Dr. Hopson received his Bachelor of Science in General Agriculture in 1955 before heading to Colorado State to earn a Doctor of Veterinary Medicine in 1959. Hal has practiced veterinarian medicine for 50 years, first in Deming, then in the Arenas Valley, where he is retired. During that time, he also served as the state veterinarian for the New Mexico Livestock Board and as president of the New Mexico Veterinary Medical Association. Hal's commitment to NMSU is evident in the thousands of hours of volunteer service he has contributed over the years. He currently serves on the Board of Directors for the NMSU Alumni Association and is chairman of the Silver City chapter for the Alumni Association. Hal and his wife Flossie have 2 sons. Please join me in recognizing the Gentle Spirit of Service Award to Dr. Hal Hopson.
This is a great surprise, first of all, but it's a great honor, pleased and proud to be selected for this. I'd like to, before we get too far along, introduce some of the people that I value as part of my family. This one is my family. Steve Hopson, my nephew, Buck Benson. There's some folks at this table over here, Earl and Jane Sproul, Rick and Nancy Patterson, Ricardo and Teresa Molina, Randy and Sharon Stewart. Have some special friends here from Las Cruces that everybody knows, Bob and Laura Porter. And some special friends that I've known a long time before I ever met them, because I used to hear about this fellow from his roommate who was a classmate of mine at Colorado State, Phil Blair. This is John and Povey Bigby. You might know that they're related to these 2 girls that look a lot alike. I sincerely appreciate this award. I'm really surprised by it, as I say. I got a phone call early one morning from Dr. Byford, and she told me I'd been selected for this honor, and I was sitting in it was early in the morning. I was up and awake, but I wasn't, still kind of drowsy, so I was sitting in my recliner watching Fox and Friends and went to sleep. And when I woke up, I remembered the phone call, but it seemed like, it's not possible. So I thought it was a dream, so I didn't even tell my wife about it. So then, about 3 days later, I received a letter of congratulations from Dr. Tani, and made me realize the full impact of what Dr. Byford had told me. So I had 2 things to be surprised and grateful for, and I really, again, say I'm really proud and pleased and humbled to receive this. It's deep gratitude for the university, to the faculty that helped prepare me, and to the student body tradition of an Aggie that gave me the background, the education, and the work ethic to go ahead and help my wife and I to achieved the level that we finally got to where we could help and give back to New Mexico State. Not only is a little financial what we could do, but just in the ability to serve on some committees and boards to help along those lines. I've enjoyed my contact with the university through the Alumni Association, the NMSU Foundation, the 1888 Society, which goes back to Dr. Gerald Thomas, that you all remember, and I owe a great deal to many people for helping me achieve some of the success that I've come to know. The first would be my parents, Jim and Thelma Hopson, who were my parents who brought me into this world and who at every turn encouraged me to seek an education. Neither one of them were able to finish even much more than grade school, but they firmly believed in education, and they always saw that our family got all that we could. The next would be my brother Harry, who came to New Mexico A&M, NMA in 1945, and thereby started the Hopson family on tradition, an Aggie tradition trail that we've been able to maintain for a long time and hope it will continue. Harry was elected the greatest Aggie for New Mexico A&M in 1949, and that was as a rodeo cowboy. He wasn't a football player or a basketball player. He wanted to be here in the worst way today and tonight, but his health is just not good, and he couldn't come, and his wife is terminal with cancer, so it's pretty sad right now. When I got to New Mexico A&M, I had some people that had known my brother. I followed him down here, so he had some spies out to watch after for me, and one of them was Dr. Robert Nichols, who was the Dean of Agriculture at that time, and then Era Renfro, who everybody remembers. They saw that I stayed on the right path, and then I had several faculty members and friends that looked after me. One of them was J.D. Mankin. He was the guy that taught Ag 1, breeds and livestock, and then we came with Professor Norris. Johnny Norris was a legend in the range management in Grasses Field. When Dr. Nichols left, he went on to another university to become dean. I think he went to Wisconsin, became the dean up there. And followed him was Dr. Phil Leindecker, who a lot of you know his brother Claude from Deming. And then also a special friend was new tutor to me was Dr. Latimer Evans in the chemistry department. He was a great friend and helped a lot of us people that were not very adept at chemistry to get through it. And I think I learned a lot from it, in spite of my mental block. One of the people that I remember specifically from the ag school was Dr. Watkins, who taught animal nutrition. And Dr. Watkins took the time and interest in me to sit me down, and I think I outlined the whole feeds and feeding textbook through the year, but I learned how to study and learn a little bit besides just looking at stuff. And after graduation, I managed to stay in touch with people at NMSU through the Alumni Association, inspired to stay involved in NMSU through Dr. Gerald Thomas, Dr. Jim Halligan, Dr. Carruthers, and folks like Lowell Catlett and Jim Libben, who inspired me to stay in touch. There's also some people from the Alumni Association that are pretty special that I stayed pretty close with. Rick McElvey was here a long time ago, Bruce Street. Some of you remember Debbie Widget. Debbie Widget. Tammy Campos, Mallory Driggers, and now this great staff that Dr. Byford and Dr. Tawny have put together. They've got some great young people, Catherine Vandertulip and Sherry Pettit, Tara Winters, everybody that comes in contact with them know that they're Aggies, and we're proud to try to be such. The most influential faculty member I had when I was here at New Mexico State was a man named Dr. Bob McCarty. Bob was the veterinarian on staff at New Mexico A&M, and he functioned basically as a poultry pathologist, but he instilled in me the urge to seek a career in veterinary medicine. And I had a good student friend named Ron Morrow that he and I applied for veterinary school at Colorado State University and were accepted in 1955, and then we graduated in 1959. And I was counseled by some good older and wiser fellows that were friends of mine they were World War II veterans that had come back here on the GI Bill. And I got acquainted with both of them, and they helped me out a lot. One of them was Bill Mosley, another one named Ralph Reynolds. They're still remain friends today, and I value their counsel. Then there was some other added encouragement from friends like Billy Durio, Darrell Wall, Bobby Vaughn, and my new wife, Flossie Amo. Ron and I went separate ways. He graduated from vet school and went back to his hometown in Espanola and practiced there until he passed away a few years ago. And Floss and I went to Deming and started to practice there with the help of some more Aggies, Jerry and Marilyn Higdon, who were on the feed store there at that time, and they helped me out a lot. And then there's some friends in New Mexico State, that Thelma Inman and G.X. McSherry. Many of you will know them.
Wow.
I've told a lot of Aggie groups in the past that my main claim to fame from this university is that I married the 1954 homecoming queen, Flossie Amo. She'd been my mother, my wife, and the mother of my two sons, Steve and Sydney. And she and I, she's been my wife and my best friend for almost 61 years. So she told me the other day that we've been through a lot together, and most of it's my fault.
It's true.
Again, I want to thank the selection committee for this prestigious award. I'm deeply moved and humbled by this, but I value the recognition that you've given me. And I urge all Aggies, regardless of what you give, anything that you can give, if it's time, money, whatever, but if nothing else, convince a young person that's looking for an education to come to this wonderful school. I want to thank everyone that has helped me and my family along the way. I thank God for giving me the strength and the ability to fulfill some of these tasks. Thank you.